Now, even though it is March and we are way far away from Halloween Horror Nights being here, things are getting very interesting rather quickly. Now, I would have made this video next year when Epic Universe was going to be opening, but it seems things are going to be happening starting this Halloween Horror Nights going forward. So let's head on in the park and let's talk all about the changes that might happen this year at Halloween Horror Nights. And from what we noticed with Mardi Gras this year, there's been less food booths around the park, and they've actually been using some of their standard food booths that they rebuild, like this one and the one over in San Francisco and the two over in New York. If you're a fan of Halloween Horror Nights, you do know this location. We're working on a future video on this, so just a tease there. And for those who do remember, we sadly lost this location of Halloween Horror Nights to be used. Minion Blast has taken over this building and we can't use it for Halloween Horror Nights. And we can't actually have a scare zone right here. So expect more of that. No scare zone here and no haunted house in this building. And so with the Lagoon Show coming this summer, there's a lot of talk of if we are going to get a new show for Halloween Horror Nights with the Lagoon. I haven't heard rumbles of either one. It could happen, could very well happen, since they're still working hard on sort of getting the Lagoon back for, I believe, a summer show. So maybe they're kind of doing double duty work on that, but I would love for a Lagoon Show to return. I do miss it because I'm not a Nightmare Fuel fan.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So Lagoon Show would be perfect for me to watch. Now, some of you who did watch our construction updates last year know that we went into Fast and Furious quite often. Well, sadly, it is rumored to be closing this August for something to come. I don't know quite yet what is to come, but it could mean that we could lose this location for Halloween Horror Nights this year, or maybe they're able to work around that and build us a house while they're working on whatever's to come next. But what do you think? Leave it down in the comment section. Are you sad to lose this location? Or are you just happy Fast and Furious is going away? And if Fast and Furious closes and we don't use this as a location, what's going to happen to the scare zone in San Francisco? Are we going to get more room to it? Or is it going to be the same tight area that we've had before with Shipyard and how that went? Very interesting few months ahead to see how this progress is going to be. Now, while there's nothing happening here right now because we're still months away from Halloween Horror Nights happening, I believe the Peacock Bar will be back again. It was very popular. And I believe we will see some new characters introduced, some new meet and greets, but that is a prediction right there. It will be back. Now, my prediction is, of course, Nightmare Fuel will be back, but eventually this area will be torn down and we won't have a stage show for Halloween Horror Nights. So that brings the question, what's going to happen next? Because all this will go away to make room for expansion here at studios, but I'm going to predict that's going to be maybe a year, 2 years down the road, but not anytime soon. If you didn't know, we did a live stream covering the HHN speculation map that dropped. And during that conversation, Queso Quackers gave me an interesting idea about using the Bourne location for a future Halloween Horror Nights show. And I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Also, maybe they can do a twist on the Hollywood version featuring The Purge, since it is a big enough theater with tons of explosions and fighting scenes, and I think The Purge is perfect for this. The Bourne Theater would definitely eat up enough of the crowds at Horror Nights. What do you think about this idea? Now, as you remembered before, we used to go right through this way just to go to some of the houses that were back there, the tin houses. Who knows with changes? Are we going to take the long route, or if there's going to be multiple ways? That's going to be very confusing of how this is going to work. And that is going to be it for our speculation of what's going on with Halloween Horror Nights going forward into this year and beyond. What do you guys think? Leave it down in the comment section. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting Halloween Horror Nights from here on out. Maybe they should put it in another park.